Hello intellectual, stopkillinggames.com. Do you want to own your games instead of renting them? Do you want to not be dependent on the shop banning you for some reason and not being able to play your games? Do you want to be able to play your games when you lose internet? Or they decide to shut down the central servers? Stopkillinggames.com. Very good. You might have noticed that I've got full health because I went back and picked up resources that I haven't picked up so far. We're gonna call in the lift, monster's gonna spawn, all we need to do is win. Where's the art vial? I kinda missed too, well I fucked it up. There we go, I'm not repeating that. Right, is the elevator down? Yes, it is already. I don't think there is anything left to pick up. Is that a level transition? No, I don't think it is, otherwise it would have been a different panel. Right. Recently, I saw a short video about a guy playing some fighting simulator, well, dogfighting simulator, some sort of airplane simulator. I don't know really. Flight simulator, usually is the term. And he talked about how he decided to pick some sort of a World War II turbo, is it turbo? Or just a propeller plane? World War II airplane to fight against F-18s. And so, is that a stupid idea? Well, obviously. So they decided on a handicap, being no missiles. And then he said, oh yeah, well, after all, you can win against an F-18 because you are more maneuverable than an F-18. F-18 can just fly away real quick out of your range, and you won't be able to get them. But hey, fucking, how come you're not trained as a pilot? How come no player thinks to just leave the situation because you can outspeed them and outrange them, even with guns, instead of trying to fight them and maneuver around them, even though the World War II fighter has better maneuverability? How come they don't train you for this? How come current military is not practicing combat against World War II fighters? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. It's just common practice, right? Just shoot in the head. That's why that's how you avoid zombie apocalypse, and just practice fighting against World War II fighter planes. Just in case we end up having time wars, obviously. Exis Labs, finally. Exis Labs is a partially completed research sector developing the 4th generation teleporters. The prototype teleporter is modeled on the Martian teleporter found in the Erebus dig site, and so on and so forth. Also, how come they lost and just didn't leave? How come they didn't think about that? Find the scientist in the prototype teleporter staging area. Alright, he contacted us. That's that guy. How come they didn't think about leaving or some shit like that? Well, because, you know, when you practice fighting against World War II fighters, just in case time wars, you also have your fucking missiles. So, just like I mentioned at the beginning of the tirade, they decided on a handicap, so it's an even playing field, so they can have fun. But war is not about fun. You take the missiles and you win. Doesn't matter the maneuverability. You've got missiles, so there. Yeah, how come they lost? Because they didn't have missiles, and also because who the fuck fights against World War II fighters? So there's that. Right, we've got some control room and a bunch of storage cabinets. What is this? Security storage locker, and this is also security. This is also 104. I don't think we've got a code for that. Hopefully we'll find it somewhere around, because we're gonna need to come back here because the teleport is gonna turn on. We're gonna have to come back here because that's probably just opened from somewhere around here. We don't have that, so we're gonna have to come back here maybe. I think so. There's also another SIM card SSD thing here, but anyway, let's see. Open lock. So that changed something. We'll be on the lookout for a data pad, and try to keep in mind that we've got 2 lockers to open, so that...
Welcome to the Exis Labs, where the future is now.
Or at least that was short, right. Thank you, woman. Why don't you have the same? Because it's sewers, because it's the underground, essentially. Bullets for the pistol. Have I got it reloaded? Yes, but also, how come, what's going on with the rest of the ammo situation? Right, we've got plenty, but... still not can I Yeah, I can eliminate bodies by using the gravity gun. 0-point energy field manipulator. Yes, I do want to call it that. That's looked up. Is it the section where we... They didn't finish because it looks like one of the areas from the main game. And it's not like it was in disrepair and then the invasion happened in 6 and somehow someone fixed that up, repaired it, finished building it in 6 hours under the invasion. That's weird, and that's probably not what happened, so we're going. Are we going through here? Maybe? No, yeah, I decided it is not the way. Probably. Oh, there are missiles, so maybe I can at least do that. And can I use an object in the environment to carry to jump over this? I can't use the engine. Also, we've got combustion engine as... That's a pinky. But where is the pinky? I don't know. It will spawn now, it will spawn later. Is this the datapad that we need? Well, yeah, so they didn't finish building that. And also, of course, yeah, you're not practiced fighting against World War II fighters that are not jets. Yeah, dumbass. Right, let's go over the datapad, because we already have it. And we're probably gonna get the relevant information right away. Nasir Adil. And 2 audio logs.
This is Nasser Adil, Security Chief for the Exis Labs facility. Log entry November 3, 2145. We are seeing an increasing level of random and unexplained violence by Exis staff. The first incident occurred on October 13th, 2145 at the Exis surface tunnel. One of the construction workers, Bill Sanders, was offloading a shipment of steel supports when the procurement manager stopped him. In the heated conversation that followed, Sanders grabbed a nearby pickaxe and lunged at the manager. Luckily, the argument beforehand generated a sizable crowd, and when Sanders attacked the manager, a number of men were able to subdue him. When we questioned Sanders afterwards, he seemed to have developed short-term amnesia. He didn't remember why he got so upset and attacked the manager. He only recalls stopping his loader and then moments later waking in the holding cell. Since that event, we have seen arguments progress more and more from heated shouting matches straight into outright brawls. The antagonists in these incidents all display the same conditions, as if they were suddenly possessed by violent anger, and then afterwards return to normal. We have only one serious life-threatening case so far, where engineer Leon Powell was stabbed multiple times. I fear this is not the worst of our troubles, and have requested additional security personnel posted at critical junctions. To assist any immediate medical need, I have resupplied storage cabinet 965 with the accompanying code of 428. Sergeant Nasser Adil, out.
Right, I'm breaking away from the datapad because first of all, that's not the security lockers that we need, and second, yeah, audio at the end of it, of course we need those codes, but also more lore that we basically already know, because hey, we played the main game. Oh hey, wait, set command ID locker 579. 579. So that's cool, because that's displayed right here, and we can immediately utilize that. So good thing that I came back one way or another. 57, what is it? 9. Armor that we don't need. Fortunately, we are full and don't have to do weird avoidance to not pick it up. But we got it all, other than armor. Maybe we'll have a reason, probably not, to pick it up later. So the other audio, maybe let's use our email also to break up, so that if someone wants to scrub through the search bar, or what is it, timeline, something like that, the video, right, they'll go to the part where something different than the PDA is displayed. Sergeant Adil, I've been made aware of your concerns regarding my upcoming visit. This trip is highly important to UAC management, and I will need to review Exis Labs as part of my on-site itinerary. Yeah, just by I didn't notice that it is from Elliot Swan, but it is in fact from Elliot Swan as he talks about his visit from the UAC board. I understand there have been a number of incidents at X's, and part of my trip is to uncover the cause. Please do everything necessary to ensure adequate security. I have forwarded information to MARSEC executive staff to assist your armory and personal needs. Also, let me assure you I have made additional precautions for my personal safety. Sincerely, Elliot Swan, UAC Executive Council. And Chase Higgins, additional security request, probably from Swan. I'd like to see if we could have some extra security stationed around engineering. The guys and I are seeing strange behavior around the particle exchanger, and it's really creeping us out. Yesterday, Morgan almost lost it, and I had to spend 20 minutes calming him down. He swore he saw a huge bloody eyeball stare at him through the glass shielding. We checked the area afterwards and found nothing. The sooner you can send security up there, the better. No monster to my knowledge is described at that, but upcoming VIP.
Nasir Adil, personal log dated November 12th, 2145. I have just received word from Central Authority that the UAC representative, Councillor Elliot Swan, will be arriving in a few days from Earth. The report states he will be reviewing all sectors of Mars City, including Exis Labs. I'm not sure that's a good idea in light of the recent events we've had here. The violent assaults that seem to plague Exis Labs have caused the civilian staff to be pretty wary of one another. And now, to top it all off, missing weapons. The cabinets in the security checkpoints were fully stocked 2 days ago, and now half the weapons are gone. I don't know how this situation occurred, but my Marines swear no one has access to the cabinets except for them. I've ruled out those assigned to me and other security personnel, but I can't figure out who else has those codes. To sum up, this is a bad situation, turning worse every day. My recent request for more manpower in Exis Labs was denied. It seems that other sectors of our city are stretched thin, and the small reserves at the base are already allocated. I need to have faith in my current detachment of Marines that they will turn things around. I'll talk to Central again and see if Councillor Swan can bypass Exis. The last thing I want is some staff worker with a sudden episode of dementia murdering a VIP. I'm having enough problems trying to keep everyone here from killing each other. Sergeant Nasir Adil, signing off.
He was talking about supplies locked up somewhere, but he ended up not talking about 104, 104, and the code to that. Yeah, I did hear Pinky, and there was Pinky, so there's that. In other news, I'm not sure if I talked about... Oh, snap. Ah, this guy again. Hold on. I've got a thing for you. Get back here, bitch. Nice dodge, surely. No. Sit your ass down. So he just walked here? Miss me with that gay shit. Miss me with that gay shit as well. I heard another door open. Right, that went well. Quick save indeed. Also, I've got the datapad. Does it have credentials? No, we opened this door because that's where the credentials... This door is open through this security outpost. So there it is. Right, that went well. I have the quick save. Let's get it out. Did I talk about Entropy 02 and what they named the research facility in the game? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go over it again because it's still on my mind. The idea is that, like I said, there is Portal in Half-Life, so they added more more Portal to. Oh, good thing that I've got a flashlight, or else I would have blown holes into the console. That would have been something, right? If the game was so realistic that you started destroying important consoles and you no longer can progress through the levels. Right, anyway. I shouldn't have picked that up, but we still have 70 in the mid station, in the security, or somewhere around there, at the elevator. It'll be fine, I'm sure. So, the idea is... He's got a pistol! And a shield. Unfortunately, first of the SMG is... I should use grenades, right? I guess it didn't work. So we've got the enemies with the shields, as known from Doom 4, of course, obviously. And yeah, that's annoying. Like I said, I mentioned that I think in previous expansion, actually, where it's not that you're shooting actually straight out of your face down into the aiming reticle. The shots go from the gun and they go at the weird angle. So every time I try to aim at the guy's head, not only is the SMG not accurate, it's also inaccurate in a different way, where it will shoot specifically from bottom up to the top of the screen, somewhat at such an angle. And that will cause you to continually hit the fucking shield. So, and there is no sniper rifle to deal with this. Cool. So, there is a portal in Half-Life, so they leaned onto it in the sequel to the mod. And they named the research facility something that's prominently displayed over a certain gate that lets you know that the work will in fact set you free. They named the facility Arbeit. They named it Arbeit. It's just a word in German, and it just means work, but every time I heard them talk about Arbeit, oh shit, it's just an imp. I thought it's an art file. Load the fucker faster, there we go. That's the locker, might be the locker with the other thing. Yeah, and whatever the code was, actually, I don't remember. Now I'm gonna have to listen to that again. Right, alright. That doesn't trigger a cutscene yet, right. Only one armor lost, but of course more health. Arbeit, it's just a word in German, it means work. And the slogan is of course, Arbeit macht frei. The work will set you free. But every time they say it, that's what I think about. The Auschwitz concentration camp, where it was prominently displayed over the gate, saying that the work will set you free. Of course, it didn't set you free. They killed you anyway. Why would they call it Arbeit? Fuck, man. Every time they say it, Arbeit, I hear Arbeit macht frei. Right, so what's on the screen? First, because that doesn't require re-listening to the thing. Entrance checkpoint. Or maybe there's something on the scaffolding, but also maybe it requires me to find something to carry over to climb there. Elevator lobby. We've been there. Access junction. We're here, right? There might be us somewhere in there. Service area. This one is locked. Entry hallway. Yeah. Service area 1. Do you think you'd be able... Oh yeah, you would be able to prepare for this guy. Right, so we will, I guess. Where's the gun that I want to use against him? Something hard-hitting. And service tunnel. No feed from the camera. So someone might be coming somewhere. I'm gonna re-listen to the thing and get the thing opened. In the meantime, I'm gonna check the scaffolding and we'll be right back here.
When we questioned something afterwards, he seemed to have developed short-term bridge cabinet 965 with the accompanying code of 428. Sergeant Nasser Adel out.
Medical supplies like chain gun and a whole box of ammo for it. Right. I want the ammo, so I'm gonna use the thing. That will be easier. Oh, I can't. So I guess let's try rubbing our face around against it then. Yeah, there we go. That worked. Cause why? Oh man. Also, I went back to the scaffolding, and it turns out that yes, there are resources there. There is a HOA security armor, which is 50 armor, and I'm not gonna pick it up because I missed only some, but I took it down for an easier access, and I picked up one of the shards on the way to not waste it on me in this manner. Right. I'm sure you're dying to know what's up with Pokemon. Nothing really. Daily challenges are happening, and the daily challenges expect me to play at the deck that I don't want to play. And I want to play the deck that I'm playing right now, so that wastes my time. But hey, challenge yourself to play the deck that you don't want to play. Amazing. There's a thing that might happen here, so let's go.
Oh, thank God. You made it here. I didn't know if you could with all those things out there. Look, we don't have much time. These creatures are spreading throughout the base, and if we don't act quickly, all could be lost. I understand you have a lot of questions, but I can't answer them right now.
Why not?
All I can say is we need to get the teleporter in the next chamber working. But to do that, I need you to find a plasma inducer for the stabilizer bank. There's one in engineering.
A what for what?
If you head through the service tunnel, you can reach it. I'll unlock some doors. There. That will give you the necessary clearance. Now, please, get the inducer and hurry back. We don't have a lot of time. Please hurry.
He said service tunnel, not surface tunnel, right? Because we have a helmet this time. Would they throw us? Is there gonna be a vacuum or low atmosphere environment section in this game? Hopefully not, because that would be stupid. If they, especially if they make us lose oxygen since we have a helmet still. But then again, like I always say, the armor doesn't provide full sealment because you've got your arms bare for some reason. Fucking cold, low pressure, high temperature actually. Everything is wrong. Anyway. It turns out that I do still have more gripes about Andromeda that I'm gonna mention the next time. And maybe eventually also talk about the D&D that went as expected. So, for now, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully we will see each other in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, interact with this video and every other video on my channel, preferably by watching and sharing it with your friends. Check out the RGB rave around the like and subscribe button, and if you don't like the content, it's entirely your fault. Ah, right. Oh, there we go.